So I had this dream. I love Scotland so much. It's just so beautiful and romantic and everything. And I had this dream. I was up in the Highlands and I had long hair blowing in the wind with low cloud, looking over all the hills and the heather in the Highlands with a little bit of sunlight peeking through the clouds. And I had such a good and warm feeling, and I thought, we won. We won. I love Scotland. I love just watching the architecture. Here we have all these strip malls. Everything's based on cars. Do you take milk or sugar?
No, thank you.
All right. Well, here's your tea.
Thank you.
Put a little in mine. I guess this is inside the life of an alt-righter. Probably not as hardcore as you imagined, I don't know, but at the rallies it'll get hardcore.
What do you mean by hardcore?
Just fighting. I don't know, I started lifting weights a lot though, because everybody told me, if you go to these rallies and fight, you need to lift weights all the time and everything and be tough, because a lot of people are veterans. I haven't been really involved in person, but I got a little involved in the internet battle.
If I become president, oh, do they have problems?
Show yourself!
Okay, so I'm gonna put the shield here, and I'm gonna finish carving out these letters.
What's the shield for?
The shield is a political message that I'm hoping will be memed across the internet and help people get into this. Kyle Chapman is coming into town, so I'm gonna stand with him.
Who is Kyle Chapman?
When all this stuff started to happen at Berkeley, like the 60s again, all these student riots. Basically, there would be a conservative speaker that supported Donald Trump, and since liberals hate Donald Trump so much, they dress in, they call themselves anti-fascists. They come out in black masks with clubs and try to beat away the people listening and the speaker. This guy, I don't know if he was politically involved at all before, just came out, I guess because he was big and he lived in the area and fought to defend the pro-Trump crowd against the people attacking. He got filmed hitting an Antifa over the head with a stick, and they turned that into a GIF. And the reason he got famous is because he looked cool while doing it. He was wearing a gas mask and goggles and a helmet like a superhero. But someone's actually making a professional looking comic out of Stickman. People need their heroes, and if you can, if you can recruit people with a meme in one fell swoop, then that's efficient than trying to go talk to people one person at a time.
So is the idea that you might be seen at a rally or something and then become the subject of a meme?
Yeah, that's the point. I'm not trying to hide ever. If you can do something at a rally and get memed, the internet, if it's really cool, and a lot of it's luck too, the internet will do the legwork for you.
So do you feel like the alt-right is kind of savvy about...
It's very internet savvy. That's for sure.
What about
to find a pin.
The media? You know, do you feel like, you know, I'm a member of the media, do you feel like, in a way, that I'm...
Like an adversary?
Well, I was going to say being manipulated.
Are you being manipulated or am I being manipulated?
Am I?
Well, I would say we want to use each other, right? I want to use you to get the message out, and you want to make your documentary. You said you're center of the road, but I suspect you're probably more liberal than you're letting on to me. But, I don't know. It depends on what you do with the information or what your motives are. Let me just grab some trash bags. I might only be able to do one word right now. I'll do the dead. Okay. I had to figure out how to do this. A guy in England kind of guided me through this process, and he said, put a handle here 2/3 of the way and put a strap here 1/3 of the way. And he said, have it adjustable. And I said, I don't want to get into that. I'll just make it for me with like no armor on.
So are you happy with it?
I'm very happy with it. I mean, it looks almost like a real medieval professionally done shield, and it's a tabletop from Home Depot, 2 feet in diameter. So back in the day, they said better dead than red in the 60s, and I want to say still better dead than red.
I'd like to introduce a man who has inspired patriots across the nation to rise. When he defended our glorious flag, please welcome him, Texas-style Grandmaster All Night and VP to Proud Boys, Basic Man, Kyle
Proud of your boy! Proud of your boy! That guy.
What's up, Texas? The first Battle of Berkeley, we were outnumbered 3-1. And I showed up with my stick, and we won that day, outnumbered 3-1. And these are the situations you guys are going to be put into. You're going to be outnumbered 3-1, 4-1. You can still win. You might take a lump, you might get some stitches, a broken nose, maybe you do a little time in jail, but you can still win at those odds. All of you are going to have to sacrifice. If you want to save Western civilization, if you want to honor your ancestors that fought and died for this country, you are going to have to bleed. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Listen, I do most of this traveling on my own dime. I don't charge any speaking fees or anything like that. If you like what I do, go to basestickman.com. You can go there, you can buy merchandise, or you can donate. I have given up a six-figure job as a deep-sea diver. Thank you very much. I love you, Texas.
USA! 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 Donald Trump! Go Donald Trump! USA! 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 USA!
In downtown Austin, as more than 100 people marched in support of America First during the 1776 Freedom March. The group marched up Congress Avenue, most in support of President Donald Trump.
But he was in effect banned from the city. He was sent out.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you this for the hell of it, just because you make docs. I was like, this one is really good, so you should take notes. Look, they like make this guy look all evil, like the devil or something.
If all men were good, this rule would not stand. But as men are wicked and not prepared to keep their word to you, you have no need to keep your word to them.
Man, look at these gardens.
Everybody knows how commendable it is for a ruler to keep his word and live by integrity rather than by cunning. And yet, experience shows us that rulers with little regard for their word have achieved great things, being expert at beguiling men's minds.
I'm very proud of this, because I'm going to use it to apply to InfoWars.
Long have I desired to look upon the kings of old, my kin.
So the reason I started it like this is because I needed something that would grab people's attention right away, especially if it's playing on Facebook, so it shows Donald Trump's face on a very recognizable Lord of the Rings scene. And then it goes right in and it looks like he's doing a Hitler salute. He's not, but you need just something shocking just to get people to initially look. You almost have to say things that you don't say or do things that you don't believe in sometimes to get people's attention, or just stupid stuff. And then once you have people's attention, then you can say what you actually believe.
We have no border, we have no control, people are flooding across. We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
Donald Trump basically taught us how to troll the media, just straight up.
If I'm elected president, we will win, and we will win, and we will win.
Every tactic and strategy was on display that he sort of wrote the book on that, and now we're trying to do it.
Like, give me an example.
Just go out in public and do a bunch of stupid shit so the media films it, because like even if people say, oh, you shouldn't do that, or oh, people always tell me basically I'm making a fool out of myself, and in a sense maybe I am sometimes, but it works because it gets attention, and that sort of attention means that we have a voice.
Look at me, I'm a gay fraud. I'm so cool, I'm so neat. I'll never have sterilized, but the media says I'm totally cool. I'm a gay frog. I'm a gay fish.
This Saturday in Charlottesville, Virginia, a bunch of alt-righters are coming together for what's called Unite the Right.
You're going to go to the Unite the Right rally?
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm going to if I can. I really want to go, so that'll be a big step for me.
The A-list of far-right groups is preparing for what could be the most significant, largest white nationalist rally in a generation. This could be up to 1,000 people, nationalists, militiamen, white supremacist fraternities, and actual self-professed neo-Nazis who see this as an opportunity to create a mass movement. And potentially, they could be armed to the teeth in the face of hundreds of counter-protesters. I'm actually already seeing reports on the ground, we haven't even gotten there yet, that there are like breakout rallies and police are like showing up.
Sovereign nation looks like a nation like Japan or any country that has their own identity. They didn't think that Civil War revolution had nothing to do with slavery. Because if it was, why didn't Britain free the slaves in the North? Why did 63 they freed the slaves in the South to rebel against it. So they didn't do it.
As soon as the nationalists arrived, pepper spray was in the air on them. They've been backed into this corner because they used the wrong entrance. So what you see is they're here with shields, and one of the few things that could provoke a violent response is if the anti-fascists decide to move their line up here.
Arm to my right! My right! Shoulder to shoulder, right! That way. My right, man. My right. March forward!
Come on up, bro. 7 in Gratiot, let's go. That's what the I thought. You know out the city.
I'll show you, boy. Hey, you're a goddamn right I am. I wouldn't suck your you can't. Suck my fat Jewish. off. Oh man, you a piece of work. How many you sucks in your organization? You! You!
I'm so fat.
Kill yourself. Before I do it for you.
That's why you're ugly.
So how was your drive?
It sucked, but I did take the most scenic route. I drove from Austin to Charlottesville in one sitting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've driven from like Tulsa and Austin to LA in one sitting, which is even worse. It's like 4 more hours.
Was it 20 hours?
Yeah, I've done like 23, 24-hour drives before though.
National Guard sitting right over the top of that hill.
Really?
There were people being arrested in droves right up the road here.
Just because they're walking up there? I mean, they'd arrest me in a suit just
Yeah, no,
for
they
walking
would
up
arrest
there?
you. If you were with more than 4 people, they'd arrest you.
Really?
They call a state of emergency.
So what, are we all driving back to our state?
I don't know. I hope not. I missed the last night because nobody told me it was going
See
on.
that? I think they would put a little one here in a box.
Yeah,
if you want to make a historical one.
Yeah, I've got to get. I'm gonna have to edit it.
It's cool, man. Woo! So, yeah, I didn't.
Basically, what's gonna happen is that we're all gonna be a bunch of and leave because when white people congregate together, there's issues with that clearly. Yeah,
well, in
all the time.
Texas, the police help them.
It's a
He
terrorist
just-
group. I don't know why the hell he's screaming Black Lives Matter.
Well, I didn't come here to try to reinstitute slavery.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
we came here to have a civil discussion about the state of our country. But no, we all have to leave because state of emergency.
Are you filming? Are you filming it?
Yeah.
I need to eat.
Okay, cool. You going?
All right, yeah.
Does your mum know you had?
No. No, and they won't know.
Mine neither.
What'd you say, mine neither?
My mum doesn't know either. I'm going to tell her tonight. She wouldn't be too happy.
But you're neutral, so why would she care?
Yeah.
Oh, could I have some milk, please?
You want a large or you want a small glass?
Just small, just for the tea, please.
Okay. I'll be right there.
But you're neutral. Why would she care?
I know, but she worries about me getting caught in the middle.
Yeah. I mean,
apparently, a car has ploughed into a crowd somewhere in Charlottesville.
whose car into who?
I don't know. It's breaking news. How are you feeling now?
Shitty. I mean, this sucks so badly. This is like, if this were a real war, this is like we just lost half our army on D-Day or something. Like, this is bad.
How so?
Because I was hoping all the Antifas would give up, but this'll encourage them to stay in the fight because they just had a massive victory. I think what's going to happen is your run-of-the-mill rich conservative guy is going to throw in for us if we're not running people over. Obviously, that's another thing. Don't fucking run people over because you think that's good for us? No, that's a major setback. Like, sure, we all would in our mind fantasize, oh, I wish I could run over an Antifa, but that's stupid to actually do that. But first of all, you'll get thrown in prison, which I'm sure someone's getting locked up today and hospitalized on the other side. So that's going to be exploited for propaganda purposes. And I don't know. I mean, like, sure, like, they deserve to have their asses kicked at rallies, but, like, I mean, I don't really think they deserve to be just run over.
Need to get to. Oh, sorry.
You at the rally?
Yeah. I'm not racist though. Like, I just think that they're gonna bring down all these statues.
They? Who's they?
The city.
The city? The people? The United States? I mean, who are you talking about?
Just whoever's taking them down.
Whoever that you don't know who's taking them down? You don't have.
Well, I'm from Texas, so I barely know what's going on.
Well, if you came from Texas all the way from Texas to here, you don't know what's going on. I'm concerned for you.
I think that they'll go after George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and statues in Europe.
So you're afraid?
I am afraid.
Statues to go down?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't try to take down your statues.
That's a pretty big privilege, isn't it? If you're only concerned about statues coming down.
I'm not concerned about this and that. They're trying.
It shows because you just said you're concerned about statues.
This is an attack on my history.
My history?
No,
my history. Our history. We're inextricably tied together. You need to read, young brother. We're inextricably tied together. Do you feel as though you're not free?
Yes, I
Do you feel as though you're not valued and appreciated?
Yes, it's probably how black.
That's called being black. We're on the
yes.
same team, sounds like to me.
Well, I mean,
I gotta
like,
go. We'll continue this at another time. But I'm hoping that you'll get some mental health support, that you'll go
No,
back to
come on,
school
look.
and study history
I'm not racist,
with
I
a
just
guided
don't like
teacher.
multicultural.
This is the third time you brought up racist. I haven't said the word. It speaks for itself. So I'll pray for you and hope you get educated.
I'm pretty damn well educated, to be honest.
You're educated, but you
We're
don't
good.
even know why you're here.
I just don't believe in multiculturalism and diversity. I think that is a negative value.
You're on the wrong shores. You're on the wrong continent and the wrong shore.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe she's right. Maybe I belong in Europe.
When I heard a horrible crashing noise, and immediately people were yelling about like this car hit two other
Calling
cars.
for medics. There were bloody people on the street. There was someone performing
Tonight
CPR.
with that breaking
a
news,
lot
a
of people
horrific
heaving and
scene in
crying.
Charlottesville, Virginia, a white nationalist rally that descended into deadly
What happened
violence.
over the weekend in Charlottesville, Virginia was just disgusting.
The fallout from the weekend's violence continued to reverberate around the country today.
I'm really upset how Charlottesville went because it's like the liberals did a hard reset and pushed us back from all the progress we've been making. I just don't want to get thrown in prison like Kyle Chapman is writing out in public. Like, and they're trying to arrest him for like having a pipe or something. So I'm like, shit.
Take a step back. You're a patriot, Kyle.
Evidently, self-defense is illegal in the city of Berkeley.
It ain't over yet, guys. This ain't the end of things. You're a good man, Kyle. We'll see you soon.
See you soon, guys.
I'm trying to assess what my place in this is going to be, if anything. I think I can do some pretty cool activism. I can make things fun. That if a movement's not fun, then people won't join it. And this is a numbers game right now. And the reason that these liberals sign up is because they can dance in the streets and have all the people do their LGBTQ plus dances. So we really need to learn from that, and we need to be fun. let's bring up that William Wallace image. So hopefully I don't get all dressed up for nothing. Guess we'll see when we get out there. I think this is my third time to do it. I kind of quit because people told me it was dumb. But then I decided I shouldn't listen to them. I'm not in their groups or anything. I can do whatever I want. Because then after people told me it was dumb, the internet kept requesting that I do it again, and the internet's been very good to me, so I thought, why don't I? So I have no clue what will happen today and if it's worth going out, but we'll go find out. I'm gonna have to wipe this paint off before it ruins my suit.
Of your fingers?
Yeah, and I don't have anything to wipe this on. Do you happen to have anything? I'm probably going to use the grass or something.
I don't, I'm afraid.
Could you unbuckle my seatbelt,
Sure.
please? Thank you.
Keep left to merge onto TX1 Loop North.
Hey, we're on time. Excuse me?
To defend themselves if violence is initiated against them. Trump and Pence are fascists. What?
I'm waiting for the light to change. Okay, so I'm gonna try to meet up with a couple people. No, I'm on your side. I'm on your guys' side, if you don't know. Could you hold this flag, or if you can, please? Thank you. Do you guys work for InfoWars?
Go ahead and listen to college.
Does he? So I don't know if we want to follow InfoWars or stand over there. Maybe let's stand over there and let InfoWars come to us. Trump, USA, 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 USA.
I don't know how they can, well, it's all backwards. They have no morals. They have no morals because everything they're doing is immoral.
Yeah.
It's a very rare precedent, but you can actually have your citizenship revoked.
Can we revoke 50 million citizenships?
Well, that'd be a good start.
Excuse me, could I ask you a favor, please? We're gonna do a chant. It's called Better Dead Than Red.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys do that? All four of us will try to get it going.
Better dead than red! Better dead than red! Better dead than red! Better dead than red!
Better dead than red! Better dead than red! Better dead than red! Well, we tried. They're communists.
Humanity first!
Humanity first!
They stand with Harvey Weinstein, bro.
They do? Well, I looked up these Hollywood child molesters because I was wondering what the deal is. 90% of them were Jewish. Maybe it's a part of their culture then, going back to like ancient times. They trick a guy against his will. So they're more like the accurate term would be more like gay rapist. They're not like 8-year-olds usually. They're like 15-year-old boys that they rape to get in a scene.
That wasn't an interview. You just had the mic on me. I was talking to other people. I was not around you. That mic was never meant for the whole day. It was just meant for when I was talking to you. That was the impression that you gave me. This is a two-way street, and I really like you, Edward. I went into this because I thought you were being fair, and I know a lot of people don't want to talk to you, and I was willing to. I know a lot of people did want to talk to you too, and if I don't think you're being fair anymore, then I don't have to continue working with you, but that's not how I want it to be.
Kyle? Oh, there you are. Kyle?
Yeah, bud.
I like the swords.
You take this case off my phone real quick.
All right, I'm on Ed's computer. You wanted to do it on his to record it. I wanted to help you show that this is just totally one-sided against you. And I wanted to point out two things that I thought were hypocritical, and that is you got flagged as a white supremacist at the airport the other day. And I thought that was just ridiculous because I know from talking to you in private that you're not a white supremacist, that you were trying to think about, well, where do we go with this movement? And
Hunter, give me a second before you start raps and lackadaisical here. Let me just get this framed correctly so it's looks right. And then 1 minute.
The reason I'm being persecuted is because these are leftist operatives. These are hardcore leftist Marxist globalist operatives that don't want me on the street. And here's the problem, man, is that these cities that liberals control are the power centers of the United States.
they were in the Russian Civil War too, when communism broke out.
This is where all the decisions are made, where all the money is concentrated.
I definitely think the media viewed you as a threat.
They're scared to death of what I represent, what Base Stickman represents.
Well, you mean
And
why
that
the
is-
police are persecuting you, or why the media is?
Both. Pouring out onto the streets and having huge protests or huge rallies is a very effective propaganda tool. Why do you think the blacks went into the South during the Civil Rights era and did marches through the streets of the South to fight for desegregation?
Well,
Because
that's
that
where
was an
they
effective propaganda tool. And,
right,
and that's
but
why
you
they're
know
so scared.
he's going to air this video and try to call you racist out of this. So let's just we don't dislike people of other races. We're just we want to slow
What does that have to
immigration.
do with anything? Because
Oh.
I brought up the South?
Well, I thought maybe you were saying it was bad to have civil rights or something. I don't think you were
No.
saying that.
No,
Okay.
no, I said it all.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure you clear it up since you're being filmed right now. What you meant? You might want to clarify that because they're going to try to warp it.
I'm talking about the propaganda value
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I definitely
And they do
think showing black people getting sprayed by fire hoses and bitten by dogs. It's always good for propaganda purposes to play the victim. And whether you are or aren't.
Yeah, listen, man, I gotta roll, bro. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I think we all do.
All right, good night.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I don't know why he brought up the bit about segregation, but I thought he had a lot of mistakes in how he phrased things and how it could be edited back. I mean, I make propaganda, so I could have fucking nailed him to a cross on a lot of that stuff, and just edited it. I would have just edited myself out and taken it out of context and made him look racist from.
Oh, if you wanted to, you could. Is what you're saying.
I could have just destroyed him on that. That's why I was backing up, and I don't know how you're gonna edit this, but I guess we'll see.
How does it feel now to talk to him and he's in this situation that he's in? Does it make you think twice about, you've been quite upfront about the fact that you'd like to be famous?
Well, I don't want to be famous for bad stuff. Like, I don't think I'm bad, but I don't want people to think I'm bad. I guess that's kind of cool, but like...
But doesn't Base Stickman show that you can't control that? It's like you could...
I think you can control that. Because I'm not trying to kick the hornet's nest as hard as he did. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna, go try to start a revolution. I mean, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is I want to show things how they are, but I'm not trying to lead something. This was all handcrafted in Germany. They make this really nice Christmas stuff. A lot of times I hear that America is like Germany in the 1920s right now, but I don't think so. I think it's more like Russia right before the revolution, and I don't think we can win.
So you done with activism?
I don't know. Maybe I'll do I mean, it's just so dangerous now. And I don't mean physically, though that's a big part of it. It's just so dangerous for your reputation. So I'm really nervous about your documentary, because I think you could totally just make me out to be the bad guy, and I'd never see you again because you think I'm bad and you're not going to want to be friends. So I'm just I'm bracing myself for that because I still halfway expect that. I can't really know who you are until your documentary is done. And I hope you are who you've been letting on to be. And,
well, I wasn't quite honest with you when you asked if I was Jewish or not. I'm half Jewish. My mum is Jewish.
Well, I asked you for a reason, because you work in things that Jews tend to work in.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom is Jewish?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that mean you were Jewish?
Yeah. So we're not religiously Jewish.
I did believe you, though.
Yeah.
Because you look like you could go either way. The Harry Potter guy is Jewish and he looks English.
Well, you could be Jewish and English.
Yeah. Well, I think probably you have a lot of English blood in you, the way you look. This is Daniel Radcliffe, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I mean, were you afraid to tell me or something?
I wasn't afraid. I thought that it would change how you acted around me.
Well, yeah, it probably would have, but now that I know you better, I feel comfortable around you.
Since I told you that I'm Jewish, I could also tell you that I'm gay. I know that I had said that I wasn't.
Well, you've lied to me 3 times now, and I am upset about that. I wish, because I've trusted you, I wish you would trust me more.
I apologize. I'm sorry. guess I was worried about how you would.
If you're gay and Jewish, I still want to hang out with you, be your friend and everything. I mean, I'm not gay per se.
But can you understand why I didn't tell you that?
Well, yeah, of course. But that doesn't mean I wish that you had. I mean, I didn't know if you told the truth. I thought that you probably told the truth. But I was never sure because I knew you had incentive to lie to me.
What do you think of the tree?
Is what?
What do you think of the tree?
Oh, I think it looks fantastic. It needs a lot more still, though. It's really the beads that tie everything together and make it really classy. And these beads are just from IKEA. I think they're brass. Maybe they'll be gold one day, though. I hope you're going to edit out me using the restroom on the mic. I'm going to sue you over that one. Okay. He would obsessively wash his hands. Was he as obsessive about race as he was about washing his hands? What is the true meaning behind his hand washing? So meticulous. I'm just a little OCD.
Oh, you are? So you actually are? See, it's funny.
What? See how clean my place is every time you've come?
You read things into my behavior, or you are worried about things that I'll think, but it all comes from your head. Because I wouldn't have known that you were OCD if you had just said it.
Really? Well, I'm also paranoid. Back to normal life.
How do you mean?
Not political.
Another sacred site is this St Andrew's churchyard.
If you travel to other countries outside of the US, people are mostly, are the same people they were 500 years ago, 3,000 years ago, and they never, race never factors in to their thinking. And when you mix everybody together, it gives opportunists a way to divide people based on race, gender, class. And I think it's not particular groups we should be combating, it's division that we should be combating. I feel like I've done a lot of healing and a lot of thinking since then, and I came to the conclusion that a movement based on anger and dislike of liberals and whatever else is not a good way forward, that we need to come back together.
What do you feel like, what do you wish you'd done differently?
I wish I hadn't acted like a fool.
But you had always said to me that, you know, it didn't matter to you if you got negative publicity. Do you still feel that?
No, because the whole movement collapsed. I mean, part of this is pragmatism, part of it is regret.
Go on.
That's all I had to say.
What do you mean pragmatism, and what part of it is regret?
Maybe the audience wants, some of the audience wants me to say that I regret everything. But I think really these ideas should have been handled in a more mature, peaceful, and responsible way.
I'm interested by what you said about that you feel like you made a fool out of yourself.
And that ideas, you know, all ideas to a point are valid, but they shouldn't be so extreme. I would have not been so involved with people I probably shouldn't have been.
Like who?
Just all of it. Just, you know, the whole thing.
And is that because you feel like your reputation has suffered, or because you think that it was wrong?
I think that it got out of control. I don't want to paint it with just one brush.
Yeah.
I think that it lost control and went off the rails. And that's why I quit.
Sorry, I need to sit down. I feel a bit dizzy.
You all right?
I feel a bit dizzy. Sorry, one sec.
No problem.
Sorry, I think
the long drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just suddenly felt all...
You know, we're getting older too.
Yeah, exactly.
Whew.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh. Never had that before.
It's happened to me.
Really? Oh, I think it's like I didn't eat enough. I've got low blood sugar and then having a pint.
Yeah, I've passed out before in a donut shop as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.